Adventure tours in Amsterdam. Canals until let's take our hand. Cheryl and Charles are on the scene, living out the Dutch dream.
Bikes, canals, stroopwafels, and us trying not to get lost in the middle of it all. Welcome to Amsterdam.
I'm taking my chances along with my dream.
We arrived into Amsterdam yesterday. We got in pretty early into the morning, but after a 12.5-hour flight and 8 hours on to the airport into Singapore, we didn't even think of like filming or anything. But thank goodness we had safe flight. It was a lot of turbulence, so it was really hard to sleep because we were like bouncing around.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah, he was sleeping. I was sitting on the aisle seat, so I would not let him bounce out to the seat, but I was hanging on. But my honey found this really cool spot here just outside the main part of Amsterdam. We're only minutes away from downtown Amsterdam, and even on our street there's cool little cafes and restaurants there, so it's a really convenient spot. And Mercure Hotel. And right behind our hotel is a college. There's many other hotels, so there's lots of cool little cafes and restaurants all around as well. And see, that's the train station right across there. And here are the bicycles that's almost running us over. We have this piece of art into our room here into Amsterdam, and it's super cool because when you put on the night light, this is what happens. It is like the coolest thing ever. At least we think so. We just bought our first train ticket. We are at the Amsterdam Sloterdijk terminal, and just one stop is Amsterdam Central. So we're exploring that first before we buy other tickets. We are just minutes away from Amsterdam Central. This is our first look into Amsterdam. And we're lucky to have blue skies and sun today. When in Amsterdam, one must have some stroopwafels. the line was so long. It wasn't a very long wait. It was very short getting in there. We got the small with the truffle mayonnaise. In America, I always ask for mayonnaise with my fries, and people always look at me funny. In Holland, it's a thing. Mayonnaise goes with fries, and these are absolutely delicious. Now I know why they voted the #1 fries in Holland. Yum! Here, look. Our first day into Holland, we took the train into Amsterdam to explore, and it was super easy to maneuver. We made it back to the right stop. Thank goodness there was only one stop between the stations to get back home. But our hotel is so convenient because it's only like 5 minutes away from Amsterdam Central. So we just walked out to the train station and bam, there's our hotel right across the street. It's a really good hotel.
Yeah, and the rates were really good.
The rates were really good, and they have an amazing breakfast. We were like so pleasantly surprised this morning when we came down. Huge breakfast, lots and lots of choices, and they have these Mercures like all over, right?
Yeah.
There were like many different addresses, and so it's a really good spot to stay. Good thing they ring their bells when they're passing us, because we would probably get run over by the bicycles. It's probably not a good idea to plan a summer trip and a winter trip all together, because after 5 months of traveling through Asia, where it was really hot, we arrived in Holland with suitcases of swimsuits, shorts, tank tops, sundresses, and it's a little bit chilly. We just got here. So today,
you did good. You did a bunch of shopping.
And in the heart of Amsterdam, and we were really happy with the prices, right?
Very good.
My honey needed to get jeans. He got this really nice jacket, and everything was pretty affordable. He got some t-shirts, sweater shirt. I'm not sure where we're going to put them because our suitcases were really full when we got here. But we need to be warm because we're going to be here for a month. So now we have winter clothes in our collection as well. So the scooters from Vietnam and Philippines have been replaced by the bikes into Holland. Look at this, a sea of bikes. We are finding our way around with the public transportation here into Amsterdam. Today we're taking the tram because we are heading out to the Heineken experience. So come along, we'll take you guys with us. If you are a long-time subscriber, you'll know that I come from a small Dutch island, Saba. Saba is the smallest but the tallest point of the Dutch kingdom. If you haven't heard about it, now is your time to check it out. Check out our link in the description. En ja, ik kan een klein beetje Nederlands spreken. Super excited. We are in line at the Heineken Brewery. And it's a short line. Gerard Adrian Heineken founded Heineken and Company on the 15th of February 1864 at the young age of only 22. Dear Heineken.
Dear Heineken.
Dear Heineken.
You are.
You are.
My fire.
My fire.
The one. Desire.
Desire.
Believe.
Believe.
When I say.
When I say.
I love you.
I love you.
Heineken.
Heineken.
Yes, you guys can see that version of the sip. I was here with a kiss. Because I'm not allowed to drink, yeah? 3, 2, 1. sip of Heineken beer.
Design your bottle. My honey wants to order a margarita at a Heineken bar. Let's see if they have it. So we just dropped our goods in the box and bam, just like magic, it was up on the screen. How cool is that? Adventure tours travel. Yay, yay, yay. Very cool.
Can we get some ice with that, please? Some nuts.
That'd be great. As we explore Amsterdam, I am also celebrating my birthday, and after the Heineken beer experience, we have worked up an appetite.
Cheeses, and they're ranked 1 through 32 on a strong date test. So these are the mildest, these are the strongest cheeses, and that's why we recommend start with the white cheeses and eat your way up to the blue. These numbers match with these numbers. So you can take the whole plate of the cheese tray, put the glass down with the number on next to you, and start eating. We'll get everything off of you and put it on your plate, so you don't have to put anything back.
Awesome.
Yeah. On the back side over here, we've got a story about how to read the menu and how to choose the cheeses better. That's it. Do you want to start off with a bottle of water?
Day 2 in Amsterdam, we are heading out to take one of the very popular Canal cruises into this UNESCO-listed city right here in the heart of Amsterdam. There are many choices in cruises, and this is the one we went with. Our tickets were only 19 euros each.
Way to experience this compact and very international city than from the unique perspective of its waterways. There certainly are a lot of them. This city has over 100 kilometers of canal. Amsterdam is known for being friendly, open-minded, and progressive. It's a popular place to visit and do business. Just think, in a population of only 800,000 people, you can meet 170 different nationalities.
This area's rich history adds a sparkle that's never far below the surface. During the 17th century, Amsterdam shone especially bright, like gold. This golden age was an extraordinary time. Politics, art, and business all reached new levels of sophistication. Dutch shipbuilders revolutionized sailing. Amsterdam boasted a thriving stock exchange, and painters like Rembrandt and Vermeer produced remarkable art.
Let's take a step back in time, a big step, to the 12th century. To our left, there was nothing but vast stretches of marshland, lakes, and sea. To our right, at the mouth of the Amstel River, was an early settlement of simple huts. Settlers built a dam across the river, hence the name Amsterdam, or the dam built across the Amstel.
Now, fast forward a few hundred years. Amsterdam has grown into a fortified medieval village, complete with dikes, ditches, and canals to control the sea level. Even this far back in time, it was an important trading hub. Ships sailed back and forth across the Baltic Sea carrying grain, cloth, wood, and salt. The original wall of Amsterdam would have been to our right. During the Middle Ages, a moat, now called a singel, encircled the city. The church you see, the St. Nicholas, was built centuries later. Named after the patron saint of seafarers, it stood overlooking the harbor. Also to our right is the 15th century Schreier's Tower. This outer defense tower got its name from the scare, or sharp corner, formed by the city walls that met here.
Look to the left. Nothing you see, including the land itself, was here during medieval times. Over the centuries, much of the land around us was wrestled from the sea. To reclaim this polder, or land that was once covered by lakes and seas, industrious Amsterdammers built dikes and used windmills and pumps to get rid of unwanted water. And they've done an amazing and ingenious job of it. When it comes to controlling sea levels, the Netherlands takes the lead worldwide.
The building with flags atop it is the former Scheepvaarthuis, or shipping house. It's now a 5-star luxury hotel.
The tower's white spire and clock were added a century later. They were designed by Hendrik de Keyser, an architect whose work can be seen around Amsterdam, and who you're certain to hear more about on this cruise. The clocks couldn't keep time, and the tower's bells rang out randomly, so locals gave it the nickname Silly Jack.
Not long after the spire and clocks were added, the tower began to list to one side. With some effort, it was pulled to rights. You might be wondering why so many buildings in the city tip to one side or the other. The ground in Amsterdam, a mix of peat, sand, and soil, is very soft. Because of this, buildings were generally designed to be as light as possible. None were very tall, and they often had lots of windows. For stability, they were built on a bed of wooden piles driven as deep as 15 meters, that's 45 feet, into the ground. But if these piles were exposed to the air, they began to rot, and the buildings they supported sank and shifted. Today, water levels in and around the city are carefully controlled to minimize rotting. When new piles are needed, they're made of concrete. Still, you will see many a house with a sideways tilt.
The Montalban Storage was a place where sailors gathered before setting out to sea. The journeys were long and difficult, and not everyone returned. Legend has it that the women who loved them also came here to say goodbye. Perhaps forever.
The area we're sailing through was originally part of the Jewish neighborhood. During the Spanish Inquisition, Sephardic Jews from Spain and Portugal fleeing persecution found refuge in Amsterdam. The 17th century brought a second wave of Jewish immigrants. This time they came from Central and Eastern Europe, and most were very poor. They were attracted by good work prospects and the freedom to practice their religion. Before long, Amsterdam had the largest Jewish population in Europe.
Unfortunately, World War II changed that. As the war approached, 80,000 Jews lived in Amsterdam. By the time the war was ended, there were only 5,000 left. Still, their early influence has been strong. The city has been enriched by Jewish culture and the knowledge and skills they brought.
At the time, it was called Vloeienberg, for flooding islands. Over time, the name morphed into Vlooienberg, for Flea Island, and the bustling market held here was called the Flea Market.
For centuries, Jewish traders sold their wares here. The market continues to operate and is now known as the largest flea market in the Netherlands.
That whoever you kiss while passing under the bridge will be your true love for life.
Look how narrow the streets are. The old Dutch cafe. Nice mural. Super cool. All the buildings are brick. The streets are brick.
Banh mi.
Banh mi. Now we're feeling homesick for Vietnam. This is a really good example of those leaning buildings that they talk about all the time. How funny is that, right? All the bicycles. Bicycles everywhere. There are more bicycles than people into Amsterdam. I believe there's 800,000 people and like 1.5 million bikes. So I guess everybody has like 2 bikes. Here's a Thai place. Oh, do you see that? Thai. It's Saturday and it's very busy everywhere. The weather is beautiful. Everybody's out enjoying the canal rides. The boats are packed. Everybody's just hanging out. How cute is that? And a girl driver. When in Amsterdam, one must go to the red light district. Right, honey? He's trying to be neutral. Must be this street. Look how crowded it is.
Get to the first one.
Out of our hotel here in Amsterdam, the Mercure Hotel. It's actually the Mercure by Sloterdijk station because when we got in the taxi at Schiphol, we found out that there's many Mercure hotels, so make sure and choose the right one, especially when you have a taxi. So it's so convenient because it's right by the Sloterdijk train station. But this hotel is awesome, comfortable, clean, but the number one thing is the service. Everyone at the front desk was amazing, super helpful. And the restaurant, and speaking of the restaurant, breakfast is delicious and it's on the 8th floor with a view. Lots and lots of choices. I'm not so much a breakfast person, but I would really look forward to this breakfast in the morning. It was absolutely delish, but we love the people here. So if you are looking for a place in Amsterdam, just out of, we're like 5 minutes from Amsterdam Central with the train, and we walk right across the street to the train station. This is a perfect medium because in Amsterdam the prices are really high. This was $136 a night. We lucked out with a rate, and it included breakfast, because if you purchase breakfast separately, it's 23 euros per person. So this was a good value, good place. 10 out of 10 if you're looking for a place in Amsterdam. Really good service at the Mercure Hotel is that they allowed us to leave some of our luggage there, because we are going to be traveling down to the south. We're heading to Rotterdam. We're going to be heading down to Belgium and France and traveling through some other countries. But we're coming back to the Mercure here in Amsterdam. So it was really convenient that they allowed us to leave our luggage there without any charge, so that we don't have to drag all this stuff on the train. That was a good perk with them. Join us next week for Amsterdam Part 2, as we will take you to visit museums, palaces, and try some more delicious Dutch foods. We will see you next week.